Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our very first weekly webinar that we're going to be doing with Appebuilder and Webebuilder that is going to be going over how to build your own apps, how to build your own websites, lead funnels, and more. We're also going to be covering money opportunities up to our features, and then also why we have our systems set up the way that they are. So right off the bat, I want to talk about Webebuilder. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right in here. And if you go to webebuilder.com, this is going to take you to our website builder software where you could come down and essentially see that you really do have everything in one place when it comes to being able to build websites, landing pages, lead funnels even, and then also being able to have a CRM system, which is basically just a contact form that all of your contacts are stored into one place. So I'm going to go ahead and basically just run through the different features that we have. I'm going to scroll down. You can come and watch these videos. The Webebuilder system that we have is drag and drop. You could even set up an e-commerce store. Again, there's a built-in CRM system, which I'll show you how that works. You could build lead funnels. Again, you're not having to pay $99 for essentially a couple lead funnels and then buy different domains for the lead funnels, and then having to have a separate website system and then having to buy different plugins and third-party systems to be able to have everything plugged in to one place. Everything is in one system. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean by that. So this is our Hustle Media Group website where you could actually come and see my marketing agency, Hustle Media Group, right here. We have our highlight video and you can go to our services and see everything that we do, even get a free marketing analysis. But this is the back end of our website. So when you create a website on webebuilder.com, essentially what you're going to be able to do is just come right up here, click templates, and you're going to see all the different options that we have from business, churches, consulting, fashion, memberships, personal photography, services, school, restaurant, and real estates, all the way to funnels, online stores, and landing pages. So basically you can come in and preview the different steps. So this is the first page. As you can see, it's a one-page, very simple web page to essentially, in this case, is selling a bed, but you could customize this to anything you want. So if this is the product that you're trying to sell, or maybe a watch is what you're trying to sell, obviously you could change all of this out, change the text. It's very easy, drag and drop, and it's super simple to be able to build a professional and highly effective website where everything is in one place. So you can see that once they click order now, they're going to be taken to a checkout page, which would allow them to check out. And then finally, they're going to be directed to a thank you, which shows them that the order has been confirmed. And so the process is meant to be as simple as possible to keep your users focused where it should be, to gather more leads or more sales, because you could essentially come down and select a lead funnel for products or courses, or essentially even just for collecting leads in as a whole. As you can see, there's different things right here. And there's even options for webinars like we have set up right here on our webinar that you guys are able to join, because we're going to be doing different updates and essentially walkthroughs, tutorials, and so on. So the reason why I wanted to show you that is because when I was building websites before I built the software system, everything was not in one place. And what I mean by that is I had to get WordPress, which was confusing to learn, but I learned how to do it. Once I learned how to do it, then I realized that I have no idea how to essentially customize the way that I want to without having a third-party plugin. So then we got a third-party plugin, which we were paying, I think, $150 a year in addition to the $300 a year for the WordPress. And then we also realized that we needed a system to be able to help us get more leads. So then we incorporated a funnel system called ClickFunnels, which we're paying $99 for that system. And then with all of that being said, all of the leads were going to our email, and we had to then plug it into our MailChimp, which is okay. But the problem is every time a new lead came in, it wasn't going into one place. We'd have to go into a different system. And obviously it was just becoming very time consuming, and we had too many systems that we needed to have everything operating the way that it should, from our website, our landing pages, to our leads, and so on. So this is why we have this set up the way that we do. So when you create an account, this is where you're going to be taken to, your template. You don't have to install a plugin. You don't have to buy any third-party applications or anything like that. Everything is one place. So you could come in and essentially see the block. You could come over and you could even copy the section, which will bring it right in here. And you could have different, say, blocks and elements, which would allow you to essentially drag and drop that section on any page that you want to. So The reason why this is super, super key is because we had websites in the past where our clients liked a section on the homepage and wanted it on another page, but not the other stuff. Well, the problem was that this tool didn't exist. And so what we had to do was duplicate. We had to get a third-party plugin, install it, update it. And then once we updated it, we had to essentially then duplicate the entire page, delete all the other sections just to have that one little section. And it was very, very time consuming. And so that little copy section is key because, again, you could do it for blocks. You could do it for essentially these individual sections. And again, it's just right up here. And if you have too much, you could just hit clear and boom, that simple. The other key thing that I do want to cover is the widgets that we have. You could obviously see that we have different options in here, but you could also come down and essentially add a block, which you're going to see different categories from services, call to actions, text, videos, galleries, checkouts, team testimonials, opt-ins, and so on. So there's really so many different features and options for you to be able to build a professional website. And of course, all of it is customizable. So if you could see on this, our color is blue right here, and it stays blue all the way down. The other time-consuming and very tedious thing with the other systems that we used to use in the past when building websites for clients before I created the software system was that if they wanted a color changed, we would have to go through every section that that color was on originally and change it individually. As you can imagine, if you have 20 buttons, you would have to go through 20 different buttons and then 20 different sections and then so on. And that's just an example. 20 is it was very time consuming. And so if you go to this little paintbrush, you're going to see global styling, which would allow you to essentially like globally change like the colors, the text fonts that you're able to incorporate into your website. So you can see color palette right here. You have primary color. The primary color is what I want to use, which is this guy. If I wanted to essentially change it, let's say I wanted it to be red. I don't want it to be red, but let's say we do. You could see I just clicked red and it changed it to red. And if I don't like that, I could continue playing around. And so only the colors that basically that the colors that are going to be changed are on the sections that are all the same color, if that makes sense. And so like, let me go back to the color and I'm just gonna hit cancel. But coming down here, you could see that like the text, it won't change that color or anything like that. Or if I wanted this button to essentially be red and I change this button red, it won't change that. So it's very, very smart with how it operates. And now going into the websites and funnels, you have your websites right here. So again, just go right next to our logo, click website, you'll see your name and you'll be able to essentially have funnels and websites. So you could even create another website if you want another website, or if you have another business, etc. You could even have that in one system. Your funnels, you would be able to essentially click create a funnel and you could come in, see the different options that we have from webinars, leads, generations, even a home page. And we created this as well for people that want to have a social profile or easily share their social media feed just via airdrop or so on. So there's different options that we have for you to be able to build funnels. But again, your website is right in here. If you click the three little dots, you're able to essentially change the SEO and change all that different good stuff. You can even duplicate your website if you like it and want to duplicate it. So a lot of different cool options that you have right in there. And now going into the CRM system, if you come in here and click contacts, so this is going to pop up all of the different contacts that we have. And essentially you see that we currently have 31 imported into our contact CRM system. So anybody that filled out a form, I could click messages and essentially come in and see who filled out our forms. Booking and appointments, this is something new that we created. I haven't set it up on Hustle Media Group yet, but it does allow you to essentially even have online scheduling. You could create events on your website, and you could also create services that you're able to essentially invoice. So that way, again, just trying to have as many options as possible for entrepreneurs and businesses and stuff like that to be able to have everything in one place for them to operate their online business and their day-to-day operations. But again, if I wanted to essentially come in and export, I can. But before I go ahead and do that, let's say I want to go ahead and click on, let's click on John Kim. So with John Kim information, I could come in and make notes. I could add a tag. I could see if they have ordered anything, form submitted if they have or have not, essentially change the action, go back to contacts, and essentially I would be able to make notes as I go. So if you could see Elliot, we have a meeting with Elliot, and then we also have a meeting with Danielle. And so if you click on them, you can see that we have essentially everything set up. So it's an easy way for you to keep stay updated on your current clients. But let's go ahead and show you how to actually export this into an like a MailChimp campaign. So let's say I want to export all of these contacts. I could click right next to name and it will click all of them, or I could select individually. I would go to more. I would hit export. I would then hit yes because I want to export 31 contacts. And you could see that there's an S or a CSV sheet created. And if I go to my MailChimp, let me go ahead and go to audience, manage audience, import contacts, continue to upload, browse, and I'm going to look for the number. Let's go to recents, or let's just go to downloads and right there, and then I would hit upload, and then I would continue that process. So it's super easy for you to be able to, again, track your leads, never miss a lead, because every time a lead comes in, I get a notification to my phone directly, and it also goes to my email as well still, so that way I'm able to see it if I'm out on the go or just doing anything. I'm still able to see, but I could come in and obviously track what they're doing and also make updates on our contacts, never miss a lead. So again, you have your funnels, you have your websites, and you also have your contacts, your sheet, which allows you to be able to have the main functions that you need to be able to operate your online business all in one place. If you had just created an account, this is an account that one of our clients has created. You could see that the site is ready to go. This was built with one of our templates, and then essentially it was changed slightly, of course. And if this site is ready to go, let's say you built your website, because again, you're able to start for free. Just go to webebuilder.com, go to templates, select a website, and essentially select a template, and then start with that guy and then customize it how you would want it to look. And again, once you're ready, once the website's good to go, come down here where it says trial account and then upgrade now. Just hit upgrade now, and you're going to be able to see the different pricing plans that we have. And to break down the pricing plans really quick, essentially we have options for month to month, or we have essentially for the entire year. So if you pay for the entire year, that's going to be the number that you see in bold. If you want to pay month to month, you're going to see month to month right there and the number underneath it. So it's essentially a few, it's a little bit more. But the one thing that I do want to go over is the pro website hosting. This is going to have everything that you need for a website. So Hustle Media Group, for instance, we have our, we have a more of an advanced website hosting plan that's not on here, but because of how much traffic and how many pages we need, but that's one of the plans that we have. So the pro website just allows you to have a website. The funnel and website hosting allows you to have essentially your website and one lead funnel and all the other systems. And then the business plan hosting is essentially what Hustle Media Group has, which is just a website. As you can see, we have funnels in here, but none of them are active at the moment. So we don't really need any funnels right now, because what we have is funnels built into our current website, which is also a thing that I will cover in another webinar. So if you have any questions on the hosting, basically this is the CRM is included in everything. The drag and drop features are included in everything. You have analytics, you have, let me also show you guys this too, because this is included in all the hosting plans. So let me go back to the builder really quick. So when you're when you log in, you're going to see logout and dashboard. If you click dashboard, you're going to actually be able to come in and see a whole bunch of different analytics. So I'm going to put the date. Let's go basically to June. And let's go to today. Oh, sorry, let's do daily. So again, to show you that really quick, you could show hourly, which will show you like each day. So this is today. So just today we've had 25 people go in. It's only 9:12. Which is fantastic. But I'm going to click daily, and I'm going to essentially set the time frame. Let's go back to May to now and filter. And you're able, and obviously it's a big map, but so you're able to see how many sessions that we have had to our website since May to today. which is fantastic. We've had just under 6,000 people. Popular pages, you're actually able to see exactly where everybody has gone to your website. So like this is like, I really can't emphasize how key this is, because you literally have to install analytics and then learn analytics in order to do this on other website platforms. Whereas this, you don't need to install anything. It's just right in here. You could just click popular pages, come down and see essentially everything. So we have, this is our homepage right here, which has obviously the highest. But coming down, you can see services, which is fantastic, content, which is fantastic, contact, which is fantastic, our social ads. So you're able to see really like what services people are driving to, and where they're going to. Have our blog articles and everything in here. So this is just fantastic analytics, and you're able to see the majority. So again, the majority of people are going to our homepage, then they're going to our services, then they're going to our content pages, and then they're going to essentially the different articles and services that we offer. So let me show you how that works. So they're going here, they're coming down, they're then clicking on services, which is exactly what we want them to do, because then they'll get a free marketing analysis. They're able to come down, see the different services, and then they're clicking contact. Or what they're doing is coming down here and clicking on one of these services, which is exactly what we want. And so again, the reason why this is so key is because, again, you're able to see who is going to what page, and the percentage of that traffic going to that page. You can see your website referrals. So we're running different things on Google. This is all organic. So organically, we've had 34% of traffic come to our website, which is amazing. Facebook, these are different sources on Facebook. So ads, organic, maybe somebody else posted it. This is essentially basically everything that comes down on how somebody came across your website is broken down here. So DuckDuckGo, that's a internet browser. Google, like Bing.com, like devweb.apple.com, like that's like you're able to club500.us. Like you're able to see everything on here. And the reason why I bring that one up is because that's a website that we built for one of our clients. And obviously we had one person click on our little link at the bottom of their website. Search. So that basically, you may or may not have data on that one. I'll break that down on another client that does, and to show the difference on what you would or would not. Devices, this is cool. So you're able to see who's coming to your mobile and then who's also coming from a desktop. So desktop actually has 62%, whereas our mobile actually has 43%. So about half, which is actually pretty good, because normally mobile is dominating the desktop. You're able to see browsers. So this is cool too, because you're able to essentially see what browsers people are coming or using to essentially find your website. So again, all of this is unique data and analytics and information that you don't need to install a third-party analytical tracking device or system and pay for another system. You have all of this in one system. You have analytics to be able to see how much traffic is coming to your website. You're able to see who is going to what pages and what percentage. You're able to see how they're coming to your website. You're able to essentially see who is coming on a desktop, who's coming from a phone, who's essentially using what browser to find your website. So you know what ads that you should be running different like placements on and stuff like that. So there's so many different features that we have, from funnels, websites, even a contact page, like I told or mentioned and essentially covered in this video, on why it's key to essentially use Webebuilder to build your website, your landing page, and essentially operate your online business, because you're saving a boatload of money and you're also saving a boatload of time by having everything into one place. Because that's exactly why I built the software system in the first place, was because of how frustrating it was needing all of these different systems to do everything that my business needed to do, when in reality it could have all just been integrated into one system. And that's what we did with Webebuilder.com. So with Webebuilder.com, if you have any questions, go ahead and just contact us at Webebuilder.com, or shoot us an email at ebusinessbuilder.com@gmail.com. I'm going to go ahead and hop into Appebuilder.com and go ahead and cover the different features of Appebuilder.com now. So let me go ahead and close out of these guys. This is a webinar page that you're able to see what we're covering. So thank you again for hopping on this webinar. If you did, no worries. If not, you're going to be able to rewatch these videos. Let me close out of this guy, and okay, Appebuilder.com. Let's go ahead and cover that guy. So with apps, normally apps would range you anywhere from 5, 10, 20, 50. We just quoted a custom software and app for $80,000 for another client, believe it or not. So, and one of our software developer teams actually built an app in the past for, I think, over 200K. So the reason why I'm saying this is because obviously building an app from scratch, coding it, you need somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. You then need essentially different teams because there's different departments. There's a front end and a back end and everything else on the strategy. And then you need the funds because that takes time to be able to build your idea from scratch. When in reality, you could treat an app no differently than how you're able to build a website, meaning that you don't need to code it from scratch. You don't need tech experience. And my concept and my idea was we want to build apps for clients and have every business, regardless of what size you are or what industry you're in, to be able to have the option to have your own app. For instance, if you go to my phone right here and scroll over, you're able to see Hustle Media Group's app right in there. And so we have our own app. And the reason why this is possible is because I created Appebuilder.com that allows you to build your own app using templates. And so to go over the different features that we have, you're able to essentially start, let me turn this video down, by building an app with no coding needed. And so I'm going to walk through this video really quick because just like Webebuilder, everything is basically in one place. So you could build fitness apps, food apps, business apps, and etc. You're able to start with templates and build your app on a desktop. So you would need a laptop or computer to build your app, but you're building it from a desktop with custom functions, which basically means that you're able to install different features that we have, drag and drop into your app to be able to have it function the way that you want. You can send out push notifications extremely easily without necessarily having to do any coding whatsoever. So again, there's templates. It's click and basically click and edit, if that makes sense. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But you could also preview your changes and essentially build in custom features. So if there's a feature that or a function that you want your app to do and you don't see it in the marketplace or don't know how to do it, you could actually reach out to us and we would help you do it, or Hustle Media Group would actually build your app for you, starting extremely low for an app build. So coming down, the push notifications, building your app in real time, one click, we actually will publish the app for you. And also we have a full help library. I'll cover that in a second. And again, the different custom functions that we have and the features. So when you're in Appebuilder.com, so this is our Hustle Media Group app. This is our backend. If you click on dashboard when you log in, you're going to be able to come down and watch how to navigate your system. So this video is going to show you how to essentially go over navigating your dashboard, which I'm going to show you in this video anyways. But you could come down and obviously show how to edit your homepage, how to essentially build with features, how to add features from the marketplace, how to customize your style, how to add your logo, and even customize your side menu, and so on. So if you click on home, this is going to take you to the home screen. So let me hop into this app because this is an unpublished app. So I'm going to click on home. Yeah, let me log into here. Okay, so this is the template that we created. Let's say I don't really like this style, but what I meant by click and edit is essentially you're actually able to come in and if I want to click on this, I could click on this in the app and scroll down in the app, and essentially I will be able to see the different sections. So 10 reasons why to use VR, and I could come in here and let's say I want to change this to 12 reasons, and you can see 12 reasons to use VR in the classroom. So it's very easy to essentially come in and navigate your app. I could click the menu. So you're navigating your app through the app so that way you're able to also get the feel of the app to see how it's going to function and how it's going to look like and so on. So coming down, if I don't like this style, if I click on design, I'm actually able to see that there's different basically layouts that I'm able to use for my blog or not blog, but essentially like layout style. Let's see what it is. I think it's because I created this one as a blog account. Yeah, so it needs a blog. Here, let me use the Hustle Media Group. So I'll close out of that one. on home screen. Okay, let me go here. So I like this layout, but let's show you on an actual app that's not a blog. So the reason why that was doing that was because the template that I created that one was with a blog. So I would need to essentially select like the blog style, which I'll show you how to do it on another webinar. But essentially, if I was looking to create a food app, fitness app, business app, or etc., and this is my layout, I would be able to click on the home little icon, which will show the home screen. And then I would be able to see the content right in here, the different features that I have. But if I want to change this layout, if I click design, if I come in here, you're able to see that just clicking these would show you the different layout options. So if I like this guy better, I could change it to that. If I like this guy better, I could change it to that. This is what I had before, so I'm going to essentially save it with that. Coming down to the app components, you're going to see my features, marketplace, sidebar, navigation, intro screens. If you click on my features, this is going to show all of the different features that you actually have. And I'm just going to click add new feature, which is going to pop up different. Oh, I got a log back in. If you're logged into 2 different accounts, it will make you re-sign in for security purposes. So let me hop back in here. Sorry about that. Okay, so when you're on the features, you're actually able to come down and see the different things that you want to add. So for instance, with House Media Group, I want to add a team management, basically feature, if that makes sense. So I'm going to come down and essentially, let's see. Oh, I haven't added the team feature. Okay, well, I will add the team feature, and I will essentially do another webinar on that guy. But let's show. Let's use this guy, an actions folder. So basically, what this guy would do is create kind of like a menu within a menu. If that makes sense. So let's just say example. I would hit add. It's going to take me directly to that feature. And you're gonna be like, okay, well, what do I do now? Well, simply click add action item. And what you'll be able to do is hit add action. You're gonna be able to come down here, and all you're gonna do is select where you would want it to go to. So let's do media productions and then save and edit action. I'm gonna come in here and change this video if I want to. We have stock images. All of these are completely free. So if you want to come in here and change the image, you could type in media and essentially change it to anything that you want. Let's say I want to change it to that, and then just hit save, and you could see that, boom, the image is changed and saved. Now media productions example, hit save. And you can see that now I have the first action in there that is media productions, which will drop down and show what it's about. And if I click on it, it's going to redirect me to our media productions page. And so what I installed here, you don't see it on the home page, but let's say I do want to add it to the home page. So I would click the home screen. I would go to add feature. I would see all of the different features that I have. I would scroll to the very bottom. This is the one that I just created. I would simply click on it. I would hit apply, and you could see in a second, once it saves, that it will be now added here. And if I, how do I change this image? Or change example to something else? You would be able just to simply click on it. Right in here, you're gonna see the image. Click on the image. You're gonna have all of your current images, or what you could do is come to stock images and again, select what image that you want, which I'm gonna change it to that guy. And now when I come back and go to the bottom, I'm gonna see that that image just changed. And let's say I don't want that anymore. I'm gonna simply hit the X and voila, it's gone. So navigating your system, you have your app components, your my features, marketplace, side menu. This is essentially how to control what this looks like. So again, if you're here and they click the 3 dots, you're gonna have home, watch our weekly marketing Zooms, media productions, our services, meet our team, follow us. And essentially be able to navigate and change all of these guys. You could drag and drop if you want to. You could add more features. Very easy. add new feature, add an existing feature, load all features. It's very easy to essentially customize this. Design, if you go to branding, this is, you're gonna add your logo right here. This is a way for you to basically customize how your app is gonna look like behind the screen. So if you go to like our home screen, you can see like back here, there's like these, like the red and blues and stuff like that. And on our branding, you can see the same image right here. So if you wanna change that, simply just click on this guy, change the image. It does give you the dimension, so use like canva.com and create it is what I would recommend. You could come in and change the colors that your site has, or you could essentially set a preset color theme, which is very nice and convenient. You have your media library, which you're able to come in and essentially add more images or essentially see images that you currently have. Your security, this is your login screen. I'm gonna do a full video on this guy, but this is what your users would use when they actually come to log in. So let's say I want my login screen on the home screen. I would come in here, I would click security and essentially require login and just hit boom, click. And that's all I would do. So that way when somebody downloads the app, they're then going to actually create an account. If you come down to commerce, you could actually add and connect like your online store or your brick and mortar store to drive sales. You have notifications. You're able to write a new notification. You have group scheduled analytics, notification settings. Basically, on our starter plan, you're able to send out push notifications, standard push notifications. But if you are on our advanced hosting plan, you're actually able to send out very specific push notifications and have more analytics. You're able to essentially go up here to the app components and actually have an intro screen. So when somebody downloads your app, you're able to like walk them through the process to introduce them to your app. But again, you would need to essentially upgrade to our advanced hosting plan to have that feature. So with the notifications, again, you would just see standard push notification and essentially click it and send it out to who you would want. Create your title, create your message, in-app message, and so on. You could even add an action if you want to, so it's very easy to be able to send out. You have your users. The key thing here is you can see that we have one user, but if you go to our analytics, we have 31 total downloads. And so the reason why this is key is because I didn't have our login required. It's important to require them to log in or create an account when they download your app, because that's how you're going to be able to send out the push notifications. So if they hit allow push notifications on their phone, then in their app is going to send them a notification directly on their phone. So that's great. So you're not missing out if you don't have that. So these 31 people are all going to see push notifications, but if they hit don't allow, then they won't see it. So that's why you want to essentially have them actually sign up through a email and passwords. That way you're able to incorporate them into your email marketing campaign. But again, you have your analytics, so you're able to see basically analytics on everything from total downloads, usage, and so on. And there is more advanced analytics and stuff that you're able to get into with the advanced hosting plan that shows you like basically the same thing as Webebuilder, where people are spending their time, how many people open the push notifications, and a whole lot more. So advanced, this is basically just your account. And then the only thing that you would really need to worry about is just your app publishing information. So this right here is very, very easy and simple. And we just updated this actually, which makes it even more simple. But for us to be able to take your app and publish it for you, we actually need a little bit of information, which simply just means that we will walk you through the process on setting up your Apple developer account and your Google Play account, but that could get a little bit confusing. So just stay patient. We're here to help you get it set up. Once you have that set up and created, then we're able to essentially be added to that account. You're going to add our teams to that account, and then our teams are going to actually publish it to the Apple Store or to Google or both for you. So it's very easy to essentially use and incorporate. But again, just to walk through, you have the dashboard that allows you to come through and see how to navigate your system, how to edit your homepage, how to essentially use the different features, how to add your logo, how to customize your style logo, how to essentially have your user login, and again, the push notifications all the way down to publishing the app for you. So if your app is good to go, you have your home screen, everything is ready and good to go. You're going to see that there's going to be an upgrade public or option. So if you're currently on the trial account, you're going to see that there's an upgrade option. Once you upgrade to the starter or advanced plan, you're going to see upgrade and then publish. If my app was good to go, once I hit publish, it will automatically take me to essentially it will take me to the app publishing information. It won't now because we've already published it. So our app is live. So when I hit publish, it will simply just update the app. And I have the option to let our users know that we updated the app. But it's really that simple. The publish or upgrade, when you hit upgrade, you're going to see the different plans that we have. So we have our pro plan, our advanced plan, and then our enterprise plan. These are really the two that you would be looking at. The pro plan allows you to have your app on the Apple Store, also on the Android or Google Play Store, and has all of the different main functions that you need. But it does not have the super advanced options as far as the custom login screens. It does not have the advanced options when it comes to push notifications. It does not have the advanced options when it comes to analytics. And there's also more features that allows you to really customize your app, such as having sections that are only for team logins or for client logins that you would need the advanced plan for. So hopefully that answers your questions with Webebuilder and helps you kind of understand our system a little bit more. I know this was a very long video, so if you watch the whole thing, awesome. We are going to reload or re-upload this video onto our YouTube account, and every week at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, we are going to be doing a webinar. They're normally going to be about 10 minutes long, but today was obviously longer because we wanted to go over the entire systems for Webebuilder and then also Appebuilder. So go ahead and build your app, build your websites, landing page, and have a contact form, a CRM system all in one place. And if you need a professional agency to build it for you, contact hudsonmediagroup.net. That's my marketing agency, and we would love to build it for you. Until next week, keep building websites and unleash your creativity. Thank you.